Alright, so I have attempted this video several times and I constantly get interrupted. So hopefully today I can get through it and help out somebody else, because that's how we learn, and when we learn we're supposed to pass information along. So that's what I'm doing. So welcome to the channel, everybody. Welcome to Smokey's World. If you're new here, hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you. um, I'm an entrepreneur. I do a little bit of everything. I do own a company. I own BME Investments LLC. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff. But also I hustle, y'all. Um, I do medical courier. I drive Uber. I've done DoorDash. I've done a lot of shit, yo. I've done a lot of shit. If it's money, I like it. You know what I'm saying? So, and also, I've watched a lot of videos on YouTube and stuff like that. So I be liking to put people's information to work and see if they're giving out truth, or if it's just fucking bullshit. Because nobody likes their time to be fucking wasted, right? So, recently I joined a group on Facebook for medical couriers, and it's like nationwide, but I noticed that there's also a lot of people like in the Las Vegas area, which is where I'm actually at, that are looking for information about how to get started and what to do, things that you need, tools and stuff like that. So I'm pretty new on my journey as well, you guys. My name is Ebony. My friends call me Smokey. Oh my God, I have so many nicknames. But yeah, this is Smokey's World. So, Smokey, Ebony, E, whatever you want to call me, I'm here for it, But yeah, I'm just trying to, help out the next person, and also document and share my own experiences, so that I can learn from them, and hopefully other people can learn from them as well. Some of my mistakes, some of the things that I've had to go through on my journey. So let's just jump into it, man. Today we're gonna be talking about medical curry, because that's the fucking topic. I know a lot of y'all come for the cannabis content and stuff like that. I promise y'all, like, I'm about to get it going on my YouTube. We gonna do it, man, because I grow cannabis. Like I said, I do it all, you guys. So we're gonna get into it with the medical curry though, because there's such a need for information. And while I don't have a lot of information, I can definitely pass on what I have, right? Cool. So like I said, I joined the Facebook group when I saw a lot of people looking in Las Vegas for information and stuff like that to get started. What all do you need and things like that. If you're looking for like box truck, cargo van, shit like that, I can tell you right now, you're in the wrong place, unfortunately. You might still be able to get some information as far as how to find you some contracts and stuff like that, but this will be more for people that drive cars, because I'm not really, I don't deal with the box trucks and all type of stuff like that. Just yet, maybe I'll dabble in it a little bit later. If the money is there, I'll see what's up. But right now, we're just gonna talk to the people that drive cars like me. So I guess what we'll do to get started, I'm gonna give you guys a walkthrough, because as you can see, I'm definitely in the office right now. I'm running, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna give you guys a walkthrough, and then we're gonna get into a couple things. So, because I don't want nobody to say I'm cap and nothing that I'm saying. So I'm gonna get out and I'm gonna show y'all that I'm definitely in a car. All right, 14 Chrysler 300C. As you guys can see, I'm definitely in Vegas. I'm right here at the Rampart Casino in the parking lot doing this video for y'all. This is my car. Not the best car out there, but not the worst. Yes, I do have my bumper billboard, and she's beaming. We'll talk, a little bit more about that later. But just to add, to the money that's in your on, I don't fuck around. You know what I'm saying? The tools. Let's talk about tools that you guys are gonna need to get started. One of my favorite tools. Oops, I got an order right there. This right here. This is a tool that you guys are gonna need to get started. Nice little dolly, little foldable dolly. This is like $30. You can get these at Harbor Freight. All right, get you one of these, because when you get shit like this order I got back here, I can't show y'all the name and shit, but when you get shit like this, these boxes like this, all right, you're gonna need a dolly. because you don't want to be walking up in nobody's shit, and it's hot out here in Vegas, y'all know that, and you don't want to be walking up in nobody's shit carrying these big ass boxes. So go to Harbor Freight and get you a dolly. And I'll show you guys my setup on the inside, because right now I'm actually doing carry. So I do keep a cooler, got me some waters, ice, cranberry juice. I do have some fruit and stuff down in there. My setup here in the front, keep my dash cam. As you guys know, I drive Uber too. I do use my iPad instead of my phone, just because it works better like that for me. And before anybody say something, these are car mounts, clips on the back that hold the iPad right there. I have this in quite a work great. It doesn't move, doesn't bounce around, none of that shit. All right. So just to get started, those are the things that you guys really need. You really don't need much. That little dolly, like I said, you can get that motherfucker for like $30-$35 at Harbor Freight. And then this little cooler right here that I keep on my seat during the day while I'm doing my medical curry. I mean, these be like $25-$30 at Walmart. Obviously, it's not a necessity, but with the job that we do, you guys, with this medical curry, I drive. I drive. I've driven out to Laughlin, Moapai, I don't know if I'm saying that right. I go to Pahrump quite often, you know, and you don't ever want to be in a situation where you broke down on the side of the road out here in this heat and you don't have a cold beverage. So please get you, you know, a nice little cooler with some water and stuff. Get you a little dolly. That shit is going to cut out a lot of your work that you have. Okay. So I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of background, just so you know my experience and my journey. You know where I'm kind of at. I moved to Vegas a little over a year ago. Like I said, I was doing a lot of research on medical curry and stuff like that, how to get started and things to do. And when I say research, obviously I'm talking about YouTube University, okay? I did join a couple of groups. I read a lot of stuff as well, but most of the information that I got was off YouTube. I did take several free courses. I know a lot of people offer paid courses and stuff like that, but I mean, we all know that shit be a little sketchy. Some people be scamming and shit like that. I'm not trying to scam nobody. I'm just trying to give y'all real information based on my own personal experiences. I cannot speak for anybody else. Every bit of information that I'm getting ready to give you guys is based on my own personal experience. I have to make sure I put emphasis on that, because people be like, well, I was with this company and I made this and did this. I don't give a fuck. I'm just talking about my own personal experiences, okay? So those are the simple things that you guys need to get started. You obviously do or don't need the dash cam out here in Vegas. I feel like it's, you know, a necessity, because people just can't fucking drive out here. But you know, last year, 2023, at the end of the year, I had spent a couple of months like just looking around, looking for different contracts and stuff like that. And I was, you know, making my bids and just applying all type of different shit. And I actually got 3 all at the same time. I got 3 different contracts all at the same time, which just so happened to be the last day of the year, like on New Year's Day. I got 3 different contracts. So I'll tell you guys about each contract in order. A little bit about what I did. We'll talk about the money and stuff like that, and we'll go from there. So the first offer that I got was through a company called Crossroads Courier. Some of you guys may or may not know about this company. This company is nationwide, I think, so they might be in like every state, because they are a larger company. And like I said, I got all 3 at the same time. So the only thing you can really do when shit like that happens, if you really want to know the money that's in it, you got to get out there and do it. So I kind of let the other 2 sit on ice, because I wanted to see what Crossroads had. They were the first company to reach out, so I rolled with them first. I drove full-time with them for like 2 weeks, you know, just testing the waters, trying to see what it was. The one thing that I'll say about Crossroads, with them being a larger, you know, company, I mean, they just basically pay you pennies, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's just get down to it. They pay you pennies. I can tell y'all right now, I track all of my mileage, my expenses, and everything like that. As a matter of fact, I'll show you guys, because I do have it here, iPad. So I track all of my mileage and time and stuff with this app here called Gridwise. All right. So when I'm telling you these numbers, please know that I'm not making this shit up. Like, this is real shit. Like, I can literally go back and pull up my reports from last year, all that shit. Like, literally just doing shit, So, like I said, ran over 1,000 miles with them, y'all, that first week. And I mean, literally, I'm pretty sure I got paid. I'll give them a high side and say $500. I know it wasn't $500. It was like four something. I just don't feel like pulling it up on my bank statement. I know it was about four something for the 1,000 miles that I drove. And like I said, I ran full-time hours, so I know I worked 40 plus hours that week to make $500. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's definitely not sufficient, and I definitely wouldn't recommend anybody running their vehicle like that, working for those types of pennies. But you really don't know, unless you get out there and do it, because what they were advertising, on their information that they gave was that you would make about $100 to $250 a day. That's bullshit. And y'all are gonna see that with a lot of companies, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people do that shit. They be like, oh, you're gonna make this much, and they be lying. You really don't know till you get out there and do it, because they be lying. It's all full of shit. So Crossroads for me was a no. I got rid of them very quickly. I did work that next week, but still, like, I worked a full week. I didn't really get paid shit. I never made over $500 with them for the 2 weeks that I ran, and I know for a fact I rode over 800 miles both times. And I didn't make anything, so I did that shit real quick. Next, the contract that I got was with Cars Law. Like I said, I got all three at the same time, y'all. So I was trying to, feel them out and see, who coming with the best money. That's really all it comes down to. But let me go back to Crossroads real quick. So Crossroads is a mixture. It's not just medical courier. I did carry several medical specimens. I went down to Bullhead, Arizona. And if you've been in this business, or even if you know or you don't know, let me explain something to y'all. In this business, or any type of business where you're driving a vehicle, you are gonna make the most money off of mileage. Okay, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna make the most money off mileage. Okay, so even though some of y'all don't like to go out of town, don't want to go out of town and shit, those are the trips that's gonna pay y'all the most money. I'm just being honest. Like, if you only gonna stay in town and drive a little 5 or 10 miles, like, you're not really gonna make a lot of money. So if that's all you want to do, this is probably not for you. Okay, you make the most money on mileage. That's really what it is. So like I said, yeah, Crossroads, they had a mixture of everything. Okay, I delivered medical specimens, lab specimens, boxes of blood, big ass boxes of blood to hospitals. I also delivered like legal papers, like little envelopes, papers and shit like that, that weigh nothing, so it was like a nice mix of like legal and medical stuff with Crossroads here in the Vegas area. But if you already have something going on, you know what I'm saying? If you already have a contract and you're just looking to like combine and add to that income, then by all means, Crossroads might be for you. But as a main source of income, it's definitely not something that I would recommend personally, based on, again, my own personal experiences. They just was not paying enough money for me, like, straight up. So at least on the car side, I did see another dude up in there. He had like a truck, a SUV type deal where he can carry a little bit more. So on the car side for Crossroads Courier, definitely not for me. Like I said, the next contract that I got was through a company called Cars Law, and you guys can look these places up. All these places are verified. It is what it is. So the next contract that I had got was through a company called Cars Law. Obviously, I was a little, I was interested in this one because I was like, oh, it's not medical courier, but it's still, the same type of deal, right? So, like, let me tell y'all what it was. So Cars Law, and they're probably still hiring. So if this sounds like something you're interested in, I'm pretty sure they're always hiring drivers here in the Las Vegas area. So let me tell you what they do. The Cars Law contract was basically for you to put eviction notices on people's door. So I'm going to explain to you what I did for that company. You go in, so let's say you come in at 11, you go into their facility, into their law office, and you have to sign each and every document that you're going to be, delivering for that day or putting on someone's door. You have to sign every single document, which can take a while, especially if you're doing, multiple, apartment complexes and shit like that, which I did a full complex, like a whole apartment complex. So I had a lot. So you go in, you sign all of the eviction notices because you're the person that's delivering them. Okay. Once you get done signing all your notices, you get in your car and you drive to the apartment complex, and they do houses too. It's not just apartments, but they do houses too here in Vegas, in Nevada. So you drive to whatever complex or house or whatever. They give you a roll of tape and you go around to each door and you put the notices on the door. Okay, that's what the contract was for. The pay structure for that was a little bit different. I'm so sorry. I didn't say the pay structure for Crossroads. So Crossroads, their pay was weekly. So they had weekly pay. Okay. This Cars Law contract was weird because I believe they get paid either once a month or twice a month, but I'm pretty sure it was once a month. I'm sorry, y'all. I could have had this information pulled up. That way I could have been a little bit more accurate for y'all. But again, like, I can't do all the work for you, okay? I can only give you the information. Some things you are going to have to do yourself. I know that sounds fucked up, but, I don't get paid to do the work for you. That's just the reality. I'm just giving you free information, but it's out there. So that's what you do with Cars Law, okay? You're just taking the eviction notices, which I know sounds so fucked up. I felt dirty doing this shit. Like, and sometimes, like, it was people, like, there. Like, I would be walking up to the door with the eviction notice and the people was, like, sitting there, like, looking at me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, oh, my God, I feel so bad. You know what I'm saying? And, you come to realize, like, wow, like, it's literally the whole apartment complex that I'm putting eviction notices on their door and shit because everybody is behind on their rent. But that's a whole different story. So, yeah, essentially, that's what the contract was, which, is fine. But let's be realistic, right? It's not a lot of driving. So if you mostly want to drive, you know what I'm saying? That's not really something that you might want to do. But if you're okay with walking, getting your steps in, doing it then it's fine. Because like I said, all you're doing is driving to a location and walking around, putting the notices on the doors. Okay. It's super simple. The pay structure, like I said, was a little bit weird. But again, like, honestly, I made more money doing that than I did with Crossroads. I don't remember what the exact pay was. I think for that full building that I did, that complex that I did, I got paid like $100 or something like that, which wasn't bad because it only took me, 3.5, maybe 4 hours. So, 4 hours of work for $100 is not bad at all. But it's a hustle, you know what I'm saying? And they do have bonuses and stuff like that. But like I said, it's not really a lot of driving. It's you driving to the location, walking around, putting the notices on the door, and then, if you're doing several locations, you do the same thing. Drive to the next location. There's no point in you trying to drive around to each little thing. Like, you're gonna have to get out. You're gonna have to walk. So keep in mind, we're in Nevada. It's hot as fuck out here, and when it rains, it fucking pours. Like, it pours. So this is a contract where you are gonna have to be outside because you're gonna be walking and taping the notices on people's door, just like they do if you late on your rent and shit. So if you don't want to be outside and you don't want to be in the fucking heat or the rain and shit, then that's probably not the contract for you, right? Well, it wasn't really the contract for me either. It was cool, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, I did that, earlier in the year when it was still kind of cool outside, but ain't no way in hell my fat ass would be trying to be out there doing that shit in 110, 115, 120 degrees. The fucking water and cranberry juice or not, like, fuck that shit, right? Cool. So on to the last contract. And if you guys have other questions about, these specific contracts that I was able to find, or you want a little bit more details or something, please feel free to comment, shoot me a message, whatever the fuck it is that you can do on YouTube. And I'll definitely try to get back to y'all. As you can see, my channel is not that big right now. So I have time to reply and stuff like that when I'm not working, obviously. But, just hit me. Let me know what's up. But the last contract, this was the best out of the three, if you ask me. Obviously, that's why I kept it, right? This was the best contract out of the three, in my opinion. So the last contract that I received was through a company called Courier. Okay, this company was a smaller family-owned company, and they do medical courier. So essentially, I deliver to a lot of patients with cancer. I deliver to hospitals, feeding tubes and stuff like that, for babies, in the NICU. I mean, all type of stuff. It's all basically just medical. You know, they don't really deal with a lot of other stuff. To my knowledge, it's always just medical, prescription stuff like that. And what I didn't say was, with Crossroads, all those orders are basically stat orders. So if you guys have been in this industry for a while, then you obviously know what a stat order is. But for those of y'all that are new and you don't know what a stat order is, a stat order is something that, you know, might just pop up on the dispatcher's screen and they need somebody to come get it right now. Just like in a hospital, like if they say, I need something stat, I need it right now, like quick. So a stat order is just that, like it pops up and they need a driver to come get it right now. So Crossroads was all stat orders for me. It was no routes, no none of that. It was all stat orders, okay? With Courier, this contract, like I said, to me was the best out of the three, which is obviously why I kept it. But essentially, you know, it's a little bit of both. So this contract, I run a route. I pick up at 9 a.m., 1 p.m., and 5 p.m. If there are orders during that time frame, I'll pick up, you know, through those different times of the day. But they also do stat orders too. So I do a little bit of both with Courier. They get paid weekly. Damn, I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, okay. Yeah, so we get paid weekly with Courier. Like I said, they're a smaller family-owned company, and their pay essentially, here, let me pull it up, because this is about time when we get into the money. And just so y'all know, like, I'm serious, yo. Like, I do this shit, y'all. I hustle. Like, please don't ever mistake me like I don't be out here doing this shit. And I'm going to show y'all, right? So, like I said, I do a little bit of both, and I'll explain why, but I just want to give y'all some of the numbers, you know what I'm saying, so y'all can. When I first got here, like, these are my Uber numbers, right? As you can see, this is October, all the way down to September last year, right? So I'm so proud of this, y'all. Like, this was my prime on the app on Uber last year. This is the most money that I made in 1 week on the actual app. If you live in Vegas, you know it's kickbacks and shit like that too. But this is the most money that I made on the actual app, right? $2,106.12. So I be hustling. But we talking about medical courier. So I just want to give y'all some examples of like what the pay looks like for this company, right? So, and I'm not just gonna sit here and show y'all the padded weeks. I'm gonna show y'all some of the fucked up weeks too, right? So as you can see, this is my name at the top. You know I'm not bullshitting. I told y'all my name is Ebony, right? Smokey's World, you know. But this is, you know, some of the pay that I've received, right? So basically what the contract states is that you get base pay, you know, for each order that you take, and then you get mileage pay as well. So for most orders that I take, you know, I get $12 to $15. The weekend orders pay more, but $12, you know, for each order. And I also get paid 85 cents per mile for anything after 10 miles. So anything over 10 miles is when you start to get that 85 cents per mile, okay? So this was just 1 week. Y'all see the day up there. This was probably the most that I made in a week off my contract. You know what? I'm lying. I did make over $1,000 1 week off this contract, and you can see how many trips I did. 47 trips. You can see my mileage right there, and you can see my total payout right here, okay? So that was a higher week, right? I'm gonna show, this is from 2 hours ago. Matter of fact, this is from today. I'm gonna show y'all this one because I don't want nobody to be mistaken and be confused and shit. Look at that. Why am I showing y'all this, right? Do you see the date on that? This is from this week, right? 176.88. First 5 miles now. I drove 183 miles in 4 trips. All right. The reason that I showed y'all that is because I need some of y'all to understand that, you know, this, I don't give a fuck what nobody else said on YouTube, okay? This is a business. You get out what you put in. So for you to be making $1,000+ a week, you have to like drive. Like, you got to be putting in the hours. You know what I'm saying? Yes, there are some people who are sitting on fatter contracts and shit like that, you know, where they can, you know, they're getting more than $1 per mile. But as a beginning person, like coming into this business, it's very rare, you know what I'm saying, that you're gonna be getting paid a lot more than $1 per mile. But that's still, you know what I'm saying, good money. Like, if you're willing to drive and put the time in, like, you can make money. But for a lot of these videos that y'all are seeing on YouTube and stuff like that, people talking about, well, I'm making $2,500 a week and this, that, and the other. I'm not knocking, saying that those people are lying, but realistically, in my experience, for you to be making that type of money off one contract, the only people that I see making that type of money off one contract that drive cars, you know what I'm saying, like, most of that shit is cap. And if they making money like that, you know, these are also the people that are withholding the information to people like us that's out here trying to, you know, be making $2,500 too off one contract. But there are contracts out there that will pay you decent, you know what I'm saying? I'm not, you know, knocking nobody else hustle and shit. Like I said, I'm only speaking from my personal experiences, you know. So ultimately, that's why I ended up going with Courier, the smaller family-owned company, because the pay was better. They do a 60-40 split with their drivers, which, you know, puts you in a position to be able to make basically $1 per mile. And sometimes it'd be a little bit more than that, you know what I'm saying? Because some of the orders don't go far. I like to do the drive outs, you know what I'm saying? Like I just told you, I go to Pahrump very often. I go to Bullhead, Arizona very often, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm be saying it right. Moapa, M-O-A-P-A. Moapa, I guess that's what it's called. I don't know. I go there, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like the drive outs, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like a lot of the in-town shit. I prefer the drive outs, but it's about that money, so I'ma do whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, if they got some in-town shit, I'ma run that. If they got drive outs, I'ma run that. Like, I make myself available. However, just like driving Uber or DoorDash or anything else like that, in my personal opinion, you guys, it's just not, you know, at least I haven't found anything. If y'all find something, let me know. Like, I'm trying to get money too. I'm literally just giving y'all the information that I've been able to accumulate since I've been doing this. So, you know, for me, it's just not consistent enough to be a main source of income. You have to mix something with it, which is why I also drive Uber. You know what I'm saying? Y'all saw the numbers that I was able to do on Uber, and no, I wasn't out here like driving my fucking life away. Like, here, I'll pull it back up, because, you know, some people be talking they shit or whatever. They don't be believing. It's always some extra bullshit. Okay. So I tapped on the week so y'all can see it, right? So this was on Uber, October, November last year. I made $2,106.12. This is what we're looking at. 51 hours and 33 minutes. I did 102 trips. Okay, $1,000 working 51 hours driving Uber, you know what I'm saying? And I guarantee, I know for a fact I didn't drive anywhere near 2,000 miles, because if you drive Uber in Las Vegas, you know that you don't really have to, you know, drive extensive miles like that to be able to, you know, make a decent amount of money if it's busy out here, you know what I'm saying? But again, like, Uber is the same way. I don't feel like it's consistent enough to be able to maintain a full source of income. I'm sure full-time drivers would, you know, shit on me. They probably gonna get in the comments and destroy me for saying that. However, this car, like I said, is a 2014. It's a regular Uber X car, okay? I'm talking to the X drivers. I'm talking to the people that are driving cars doing medical courier, not you van and box truck motherfuckers or you Uber Premier drivers and shit like that. I'm talking to the average people that's out here hustling, bro. So, like I said, I personally don't feel like either one on its own is enough to be a main source of income, but that's why I do both. Because, like I said, you know, if I can go out here, you know what I'm saying, full time and bring home $700 to $1,000 off my medical courier contract and still bring in, $1,000 or, $500-$600, off Uber. I'm not trying to be greedy. I'm just trying to live comfortable, Still, that $2,000 a week is nothing for you to hit. So my advice to you guys that are in Vegas that are looking for these contracts is, number one, when you find the contract, be happy and celebrate it. Celebrate every fucking win that you get, right? Because a win is a win, and everybody got to start from somewhere, and you got to work your way up until you get in the big bucks, right? We all learning together. But my advice to y'all is, when you get the contract, still run your little apps or whatever else it is that you do too, because it's probably not going to be enough money to run your whole household off just medical courier alone, not in a car. And if you find a way to do it, hit me up and let me know, because I hustle, I'm reliable, I show up on time, I get shit done. Nobody gotta tell me get up and go out here and get it, because I'ma fucking do it regardless. Y'all understand what I'm saying? I'ma do it regardless, But like I said, I'm gonna show y'all real ass numbers, right? So just like I made fucking $2,000 in a week look at this week. $257, 15 hours. Oh wait, it's a little, there we go. 15 hours, 29 minutes, $257. Obviously, if y'all from Vegas, for those of y'all that's watching this and you from Vegas, that there's kickbacks and shit out here. So obviously, people make a bit more than what they getting on the app with the kickbacks. People give cash tips and shit like that, but just on the app, this is what I'm talking about, just on the app alone. So ultimately, I'm gonna give y'all some tips real quick about how to find these contracts, how I found my contracts. There's a million ways to do the same thing, but I'm gonna give y'all the basic ways that obviously everybody should know, but if you don't know, cool, okay? So obviously, Google is your fucking best friend. Literally do a Google search and type in there independent contractor driver, independent courier driver, in your area, and it's gonna have links, different links. Some of that shit gonna take you to ZipRecruiter, some of that shit gonna take you to Indeed. Do it, fucking do it. Go to it and look through and see what's in there, because I guarantee you, first of all, you're gonna see a whole lot of shit for truck drivers and shit like that, but I guarantee you it's at least one contract offer in there for an independent driver with a car to do something. Sometimes it be auto parts. So a lot of y'all be stuck on the medical shit, auto parts and shit. People do shit like that too. It's all the same thing. It's an independent contractor driver. It's the same thing. Some of y'all want, strictly medical courier because you feel like you're gonna make all this extra money and shit, but you're not. I promise you, you're not. There are contracts out there where you can make a substantial amount of money, but you're not gonna get that shit coming in the door. And if you do, or you have done, or you did it, then congratulations. But that's not everybody's experience. You're a rarity. Great job. I'm so proud of you for getting that big ass contract and securing that bag. Put us on. Let the little people know how to get it too, right? But for those of y'all that's like me, that's hustling, you really didn't have a lot of information. I will tell y'all where I was able to secure my contracts at. Indeed was a very good start. My Cars Law contract came from Indeed. Like I said, ZipRecruiter is another good one. Obviously, Google is great. You know what I'm saying? Google gonna give you widespread shit. Some of y'all know about the load boards. UShip, the load board, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? That shit be cool, but I don't want to have to be on there looking all day, every day. I just want, one or two little contracts that I can focus on and make my bread from that. But if that's what you like to do, you booking loads and shit like that, UShip. This is a gem right here, and I hope that somebody listens to this and take heed, because this is a gem right here, and this is where I see the most lucrative contracts at. And I know some people gonna be like, yo, what? What the fuck? Craigslist. Okay, let me tell you what to do. Get on Craigslist, go to the jobs section and go down to transportation. Bro, it's gems on Craigslist. That's where I found my Cos Courier contract on Craigslist. You know what I'm saying? I took a free class, and a dude said that in there. He was like, I found a lot of decent contracts on Craigslist and shit, and I thought he was fucking crazy. And then I got on there and I was looking, and I'm like, yo, Craigslist got some little hits on here, and they got a lot of different shit, like medical courier, auto parts, law contracts, all type of shit, that's on Craigslist. So get familiar. Like, y'all got to get active. Y'all just sitting back waiting on people to give y'all the bag or wealth or plethora of information that's going to get you rich, and it's not going to happen. Like, some of y'all are just too lazy, and honestly, that's why you're not going to be successful in this business, because you're too lazy. If you need somebody to hold your hand and walk you through step by step by step by step, this is not for you. You're an independent contractor. You are not an employee. Your boss, you don't have a boss. You your own boss. If you can't make yourself get up and go get it, which starts with research and finding the information that you need to get busy, then it's probably not for you. Like, I'm just saying. And if that's the case, cool. Like, go get a little subcontract and work up under somebody and shit. But being, a contract holder, like, some of y'all not even ready for that. Some of y'all can't even handle, like, driving DoorDash and shit like that, because you get bored and you go do other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want the bag, you gotta go get it. Nobody just gonna fucking hand it to you on a silver platter, right? And I know that's hard to hear, but, there's just no nice way to say the truth. That's what a wise man once told me. There's no nice way to say the truth, and that's real shit. So, that's really it, y'all. Like, I done gave y'all the gems. Like I said, Indeed. Craigslist is one of my favorite. I be on Craigslist all the time looking for contracts and shit, because it be so many little options and shit. And I just want to throw this in there real quick, because a lot of y'all here in Vegas, y'all smoke, right? So let's talk about drug tests. To my surprise, yes, weed is legal, okay? We all know that. We all understand that weed is legal. But there are some companies that will not touch you because you smoke cannabis. I'm going to tell you, like, do not let that, beat you down and shit. Don't act like, that's something that should deter you from throwing your hat in the ring, right? Because all you need to do is simply ask. When I got the contract offer through Crossroads Courier, it said on there that they do drug tests, and I'm from Illinois. Like, weed wasn't always legal out there either. So, I was immediately like, okay, damn, I'm out. I be smoking, I'm out, you know what I'm saying? And, I called the HR and I told her, I was like, because they wanted me to come in and, do all this other stuff. And I told her, like, well, I smoke cannabis. Is this going to be a problem? Are you guys testing for THC? And, Jane on the phone, she was like, oh, no, Ebony, we are drug testing, but, we're not testing for THC. We're testing for hard narcotics and stuff like that. So please do not get discouraged just because you see something that says they're drug testing. All you need to do is communicate with these people. Like, some people will still fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? They don't care about that. These people want their packages delivered. They don't care about all that extra shit. So please do not let that discourage you, when you going out and you looking to secure these contracts, okay? Like I said, y'all, obviously there's a lot of other places that you can find contracts and stuff. I'm just speaking to y'all from my personal experience and how I was able to secure my first few contracts, and just give y'all, like I said, a little bit of information, like, about pay and stuff like that and structure. But please don't be, a fool. Like, if you get a contract that's paying you $1 per mile, just try it out. And to be honest, this shit is not gonna be for everybody, because it's work. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not back-breaking work. I'll definitely say that. Like, y'all see, I've been sitting here chilling in my car, doing absolutely nothing. I do got this one order back here that I'm about to go take, but I'm just sitting here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm literally sitting here giving out this free information. But at the end of the day, if this car not moving, I'm not making no money. So I have given you all almost 40 minutes of absolute gems, great information. So I really just wish everybody the best. Stay blessed on y'all's journey. Everybody drive safe. I hope that this information reaches the right person and you're able to go out and be successful and make you some bread. You know what I'm saying? But reach out to me. If y'all see me in the street, I'm pretty sure I just showed y'all my car. Somebody probably took down my license plate. If y'all see me in the street, say what's up. You know what I'm saying? And I do hood Uber. I definitely take private clients. If you need to, you want to smoke in this motherfucker, I got you. You know what I'm saying? But hit me, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just trying to build y'all. I'm trying to be great and pass along information. But also, if you have information for me, I'll take that too, because I like constructive criticism and I like to learn, and I'm all for growing and expanding. So Spread love, spread wealth. I'm going to get back to my bag. Like I said, drop a comment. Please subscribe to my channel. Leave a like if you found some useful information in here. And, you know, let me know. Like, I want to hear about other people's experiences in Vegas. If you out here and you driving a car and you getting money, like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Hit me up. Let me know what's popping. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to get a bag like you. All right, y'all. Stay blessed. I appreciate y'all tuning into this video on Smokey's World. I'm out.